What is up, chat? Today we're gonna be reacting to a mass killer realizes he's been caught years later. By the title, this sounds crazy, so we gotta get straight into it. Let's get it.
Is Ross Velarde, and for the last 8 years, he and his wife Amy.
8 years, bro. Listen, 8 years and he didn't get caught. I'm not gonna lie, bro. How did you get away with that for 8 years? Like, how the hell, bro? What?
Have been living with a terrifying secret that these detectives are about to expose.
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in 2015. We'd like to talk to you.
Amy's parents, Mike and Kathy, as well as Amy's grandmothers, Barbara and Violet, were brutally murdered inside their own home in 2015, leaving police with the grueling task of solving a quadruple homicide.
As family members, we want answers.
But unbeknownst to everyone,
Bro, is that his wife that he's living with? Or, bro, I don't know, bro. I'm confused, bro. I'm just gonna watch.
Ross and Amy were the killers all along.
We're not here because we think you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it. It's piling up.
Damn!
You don't want to roll the dice on this one.
Bro, they hit him with the, I know you did it. Bro, they want this nigga in jail automatically, bro. 8 years of bullshitting, bro. They on your ass. They on your ass, boy.
On November 1st, 2015, Mike and Kathy Scott, alongside their mothers, Barbara and Violet, were found brutally murdered in their trailer home. Everyone was found with similar injuries, a slashed throat and a gunshot wound to the head made after they died. They were also found with knife wounds on their hands, indicating that each victim had tried to fight back before being killed. There were even bloody handprints on the doors and walls, showing that someone had even tried to escape after they'd been stabbed. The terrifying scene
Put his ass in jail. Put that nigga in jail, bro.
inside the trailer home would go completely unnoticed for the entire day, until, according to Amy, she went to check up on her parents and found them lying dead inside their home. And at around 12:30 that day, Amy decided to call 911.
911 was location of emergency.
Oh my God! I need somebody out here.
What's going on?
Damn.
Oh God!
There's 4 people.
In my mama's house, and
Who are these people that are in the house?
it's my mom and my grandma and my granny and my stepdad.
When Anderson County
Bro, so you're telling me that he murdered her parents and the grandma and then lived on 8 years and does not give a shit, bro? Bro, he's a serial killer, bro. Bro is actually a menace, bro. Put that guy in jail, bro. That's crazy.
police arrived on the scene, they said it was one of the bloodiest scenes they'd ever been to. But something was off. Detectives noted no signs of forced entry and thought it couldn't have been a robbery as there were multiple valuable items left in plain sight inside the home. This made 2 things clear to detectives. Whoever was responsible was allowed inside the home before the acts, and that they only had one thing on their mind: murder. It seemed like this case had to have been committed by someone close to Mike and Kathy, but with insufficient evidence, the case slowly went cold, allowing Amy and Ross to get back on the streets and live their normal lives again for years to come.
Bro, imagine. Bro, it's still crazy to me because look, listen, right? Imagine, bro. You're just chilling at your house, probably eating pancakes for breakfast, bro. You get approached by detectives and they say, yo, we know you did that shit, nigga. You're cooked. Well, what are you gonna do in that situation, bro? What are you gonna do? And this guy deserves it, bro. Bro, I'm only 2 minutes into the video, bro, and it's just already crazy.
The police always had their suspicions about this case and were never comfortable letting it stagnate. Amy's Facebook page showed that she constantly had fights with Kathy and Mike over her children, often calling them narcissistic, emotionally abusive, and disrespectful. What's most disturbing was a video of Ross and Kathy's fighting found on Amy's page, where Ross says something that would come back to haunt him forever.
Why don't you let Grandma come out here real quick?
I don't think your grandma wants to deal with this trash.
Yeah, I showed you, stop.
Yep, yeah. Okay.
In addition to this eerie statement from Ross, police found something that seems damning. They discovered a photo Mike had sent to a coworker just 2 days before his death, a couple of $100 bills. And inside Amy and Ross's trailer was a neatly organized stack of $100 bills, exactly the same serial numbers as Mike's. At the time, this was all treated as circumstantial, but slowly more coincidences would begin to line up that gave police enough reason to suspect Amy and Ross as potential killers. So, in 2023, they reopened the case, nearly a decade after the events that put an end to nearly an entire family. Detectives started by launching a series of interviews with Mike and Kathy's closest peers to try and get a better picture of Amy and Ross, and see if they might.
A decade later, bro, they opened the case, bro. They wanted that nigga in jail, bro. They knew it was him, bro. They just needed the proof.
Might have been responsible after all. They begin with Mike and Kathy's neighbor to learn about Amy's relationship with her mom and if he saw anything the day of the incident.
With the daughter, got angry with her and kept the children from Kathy.
So tell us about that.
It seemed that they really tried to help Amy a lot. And Mike and Kathy, they really took care of the kids. And it broke Kathy and Mike's heart. She just really missed the kids, and the two older ladies that lived there, they were used to the kids coming in and out.
You think Kathy was afraid at all of Amy and Ross?
No, she never expressed that. But it was always the talk of the area that Mike would go to flea markets and he would get some kind of video games that he collected. There was a good resale market for them, and that he would buy any old jewelry that had some gold in it. It was always a rumor that he kept a lot of cash and gold stuff around.
Not only did Mike collect jewelry and other rare memorabilia, but it was well known in the community that Mike always had a large sum of cash with him because he feared putting money into the banking system. This made Mike a large target, especially amongst those who knew him well.
I think you've got to be one sick puppy and go in there and kill two helpless old women. The thoughts that somebody came in and killed those people, I still have nightmares about that.
This tells detectives that the murder could have been done for financial reasons, especially since this fact wasn't a secret at all. Couple this with the fact that Mike's money was currently sitting safely inside Ross and Amy's safe at home. A picture is starting to form of what might have actually happened that night. But still, nothing is certain at all, and police next head to Roxy Voorhees, an ex-employee of Amy and Ross's, who worked at their pet grooming business during the months leading up to the crime. Roxy had spoken to Amy almost every day for months before the incident, so if anyone had some information to give, it'd be her. And they were exactly right. What they found was so sinister, it blew the case wide open.
Ross had made a joke and said, do you want me to... It was a joke at the time. Right. Then later I was like, holy, I'm glad I didn't say yeah.
That their grooming business wasn't as successful as they claimed it was. Based on bank records collected by police, Amy and Ross's proven income in 2013 was $25,622. However, in 2014, Ross spent $14,200 on a Ram truck, $5,700 on a Mustang, $10,000 on a Harley FXE, and another $5,000 on a Harley XL. Close to $35,000 on luxury purchases.
This guy is just getting himself caught up. You're telling me about 4 vehicles? How selfish can you be, bro? Just buy one, bro. Could have kept that Mustang, bro. That ass. Whatever that shit was, bro.
But an income of just $25,000. With these poor financial decisions, the couple needed money, and they needed it badly. In 2014, their business fell short, making just over $3,000 for the entire year. Things were bad, and they were on the brink of bankruptcy. So when the cops found $67,000 in cash hidden in their home, they knew something seriously strange was going on. Ross claims that he'd been saving the money for years, but detectives don't buy it at all. They're certain that, at a minimum, Ross and Amy had to have stolen from the house on the day of the murders. But to some extent, this was all known about 8 years ago, and it's still all circumstantial. For all the cops knew, Amy could have noticed the dead bodies in the trailer and grabbed the cash out of desperation before calling the police. So there had to be something that set this investigation apart from the one back in 2015. However, this case would take a complete 180 after detectives would find their most blatant, crucial piece of evidence yet. When going through all the CCTV
evidence, though, you're just walking like throughout the store. Did I miss something?
Cameras throughout the town on the day of the murders, police found footage of Ross walking out of a gas station that night. Nothing is suspect at first, until you look a little closer. The shoes he's wearing are Asics Gel Speedstar 5s, a model whose sole design just so happens to perfectly match the bloody footprints that were found inside the trailer.
No. You did a drill and you did not change your shoes? Bro, how stupid can you be? Bro, if you're gonna do something that crazy, bro, and you keep the shoes, you just asking to go back to jail, bro. That's all they needed on you, bro. Bro, if you're gonna do what you did, why? What the hell?
This claim was even confirmed by the shoe company themselves, and the pattern is unique to this specific model, making it clear to detectives that Ross Villardi is a cold-blooded killer. All the evidence had come together. The abundance of cash in Ross and Amy's home, Mike's $100 bills in Ross's safe, identical shoes to the killer, and an ugly past with Mike and Kathy. Police now believe they have everything they need to charge Ross and Amy with the murders. So, on December 11th, 2023, they decide to confront Ross and Amy at their new home to finally uncover the truth about that night once and for all.
Pretty shady sometimes. So that's another kind of red flag that I had as.
Bro, if it was 8 years, bro, you would think this guy had his whole like story set up and everything, bro. They caught his ass one time, like literally within his sentences, probably caught him lacking, bro. And then
as I was trying to just replay like events leading up to.
Devastating leads right back to his and Amy's pockets.
He looked like he does not give a shit, bro. Seriously, bro.
But there's only so much Ross can do. The police aren't telling him that he's their main suspect, so all he can do is keep on lying, devastatingly unaware that they've already unraveled his entire scheme.
They destroyed our business. From January to when this happened, I made just shy of $100,000 with our mobile grooming business. As soon as this happened, with all the media coverage, all of that went away because of this.
And you said you had a large amount of money in your single wide. Is that where the money came from?
The money that was in our single wide in my safe, about $80,000, that was literally the like savings between Amy and myself.
The detectives know Ross is lying through his teeth, but for the sake of having...
Bro, imagine like his wife says a whole different story, bro. They're fucking cooked, bro.
Amy can get in.
Mm-hmm.
He's the victim, you know.
Oh, I got that very quickly. But follow the money.
Follow the money.
You could tell that he's...
Yeah, I saw him.
And every time he's talking, he can't look at you in the face.
I know. You got a tiger by the tail here, though, buddy. Don't think you don't. This is a career case, let me tell you.
The glasses might be a cheat code, bro. She could the eyes, bro. You could tell when somebody's looking at you. If they're actually looking at you, bro, they're not lying, bro. If they're looking away, bro, shit's cap, bro.
Leave you in the right state of mind. Can do things to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then everything that ensued. I mean, honestly, I can barely remember.
Bro, wait. We are not going to not talk about that haircut.
To really leave you in the right state of mind. Can do things to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I know this is a sad like video, but bro, you cannot slide with this dickhead cut, bro. This haircut looks like this shit looks crazy, bro. God damn, bro. Who's your barber, bro? I could put you on.
So can you tell us a little bit about that weekend when Were you gone when you got home and you found the bodies, or what happened?
He buried his mom's, my mother-in-law, to do Halloween. We went down there, we spent the weekend.
What day did y'all leave to go down?
Friday night?
Friday night.
I drove myself quite crazy for about a couple of years there. And I've chosen to
They got him.
step away, and I've got to be healthy, and I've got kids, and I've got a life to live, and if somebody else dropped the ball on it, it's not on me anymore.
They say they got no idea, bro. You know, it's like they're cooked, bro. He has no options now, bro. Heavily contested 3-pointer with 3 seconds left on the clock, my nigga. The buzzer is about to beat. You're cooked. You're literally cooked. What are you going to do in this situation, bro? What are you gonna do? You can't make a run for it. He's locking the door. Bro, I'm done positive, but like, damn, bro,
Halloween
he's cooked.
afternoon,
He's
but
cooked.
you're on video there. The timeline doesn't add up. The fact that your shoes are inside of the house in blood, that's a big problem.
Again, I don't know where the shoes are at the moment.
Call your lawyer, my
and I
nigga.
don't remember whatever happened to those particular
Never mind, you
shoes.
cooked, bro.
If
There ain't
something
nothing
were
to do,
to have happened that I had done, it would be stupid for me to wear them into the house and then wear them after that, right?
But send him to
Well, that's
jail,
what
yo.
I'm saying. They
Send
were
this
never
guy to
found.
jail.
So it's almost.
How much years you guys think he got? Bro, I think this guy got life. And his wife, life too, because she's lying too.
Years in prison.
So he just admitted to it? And just said that bro, you did this, my nigga. You're going to jail. What is he talking about?
That's best case minimum scenario, I would imagine, right?
It's better than the rest of your life or death, isn't it?
I mean, it might as well be one of those two. By the time I get out, my kids aren't going to know who the f I am. I mean, the other option is I probably need to talk.
Bro, he's trying to gaslight them to feel like some sympathy, bro. You locked that nigga up, bro. He killed people that were innocent, bro.
To a lawyer at this juncture here.
All right, Ross.
You're free to
I
go.
respect that.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
4 days after these interviews, Amy and Ross were arrested in Pendleton, South Carolina, and were charged with the 4 brutal murders of Kathy Scott, Mike Scott, Barbara Scott, and 4 days after these interviews, Amy and Ross were arrested in Pendleton, South Carolina, and were charged with the 4 brutal murders of Kathy Scott, Mike Scott, Barbara Scott, and Violet Taylor. The 2 are being held in prison without bond while they're tried in court. The couple's next court appearance is set for later this year, where they'll meet their true fate in the hands of a judge.
Bro, let's discuss this, right? She basically called 911 crying that her parents and all that, like, they got shot and everything, right? But then she probably set it up. That's crazy, bro. Yo, chat, bro. Yo, chat. I need you niggas to be safe, man. Nothing can happen to you guys, man. You the chat, man. But I'm saying, though, enough with the yapping, man. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe in these crazy streets, man. And damn, I messed up the outro. Let me stop trying to be cool at Aura Farm, bro. Let me just act normal, alright? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tune in next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, sir.